Ah, there we go. Let me know if Facebook if you see me now. I messed up. I got excited. I messed up. Let me know Facebook if you guys are up. So here's the deal. We know that you need to be in ketosis if you want to have human optimization, if you want to elevate your health and elevate your life. The question comes down to is how. Like when 6 years ago when we started this conversation, kind of mainstream, are we on? There we are. Yeah. Facebook, I messed it all up. But come on, Facebook. Let's go. Let's go, Facebook. Facebook's slow. Instagram, TikTok, they're slow. Facebook's slow. No, I like Facebook. But what we know 6 years ago, people were like, what do you mean keto? Isn't that bad? What does that all mean? What does this all mean? And here's the reality is it's very evident. The science is there. It's the most studied diet of history, at least the last 100 years. We've been ketosis most of our life as humans. We've been living in this state. Nothing about this is new. But what we know is as people elevate their ketone levels, they elevate their life. We notice people living more, doing more, feeling better, thinking better. And that's huge to me. That to me is a big indicator of the success. The question is now is how do you get into ketosis? And remember, the topic tonight is going to be about why I stand behind Pruvit, why I stand behind the community-based marketing side of this, is because I don't think that this conversation, I don't think we could change millions of lives if we wouldn't have done it this way. And if Pruvit wouldn't be who they are, or who we are, I don't think it would ever been possible. And so, but let's get to the nuts and bolts of keto just for a second. So if you look around, and let's just take a moment, look around at your friends, your family, the people that you care about, the people that you really care about that are not drinking our product or not deep in ketosis. Hey guys on Facebook. Facebook finally caught up. Think about it. How many people do you know right now, out of all your friends, how many people have sustainable energy, smile a lot, optimistic, enjoy their lives, fit, lean, healthy, and excited about the future? Excited about tomorrow, excited about next year, next week. They're excited about where they're going. They sleep well. Honestly, how many people out there? And what we found over the last 5.5 years is that by drinking and being in ketosis, it starts to give you one or all of those things. Well, could you imagine right now if your inner circle of friends right now all had more energy, looked better, felt better, thought more positive, enjoyed the world more? How different would your conversations be? How different would your life be? Well, that's what's happening. Like my friends, majority of my friends are they're in the best health and fitness of their life. Well, you know what? It's kind of fun. This is exciting. And so that wouldn't have happened without this amazing product and without this amazing company. And so for me, it's like I just have this passion to help people live better. You know, this goal to help 1 million people live a better life every single year. And what I know is I was talking to JJ earlier, and JJ's the guy that's been doing keto diet, and he just ordered our product today. And he literally ordered in like 4 seconds. He's like, send me the link. He ordered. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Because he's looking for the next edge. And he goes, well, why is this so different? And I go, let me explain it this way. When I talk to these doctors and researchers, they want people to do it the hard way. They want people to change their diet and exercise. Well, Dr. Mohike Perotti just proved, if you don't know her, she's like probably one of the smartest people you'll ever meet. She proved that majority of people in America, like a large number or percentage of people, 50, 60, 70% of Americans, at least Mexicans, probably even more, Canada's not far behind, won't get their long-term results by diet and exercise alone. It won't happen. We just talked to a doctor on last night. I interviewed a doctor last night, and he's like, I was doing everything right, but I wasn't able to maintain vitality and health. Why? Well, Keto Nat, if I can give you the end result, I can teach you the beginning. We all know that we need to take care of ourselves better, right? Would you all agree that we all know that we could do more and take care of ourselves? I mean, this is what I learned. People aren't dumb. Like people actually know they should do more. And people know they have more in them. People know that they should make better decisions. So why don't we? And I'm not going to get into my Tony Robbins speech. I'm not going to get into my Joseph McLennan III and my Gary Vee and go off and go crazy on people having goals and passion and desires in their life. I think those are really important, but you can have the want and the willpower to go do something. But if your biochemistry in your body isn't able to lean you that way, it's like you're climbing a mountain with a backpack on. How many of you right now, before you started drinking Keto Nat, felt like you were climbing a mountain? It's an analogy, right? It's like you're trying to get somewhere in your life, and it's like you're climbing Mount Everest with a backpack on that weighs 700 pounds, and every step forward, you're taking 3 steps back. And you're following the rules. You're listening to what everybody's saying, but you're not getting further ahead. Well, what if I could take a helicopter, land you on top of Mount Everest, and then while you're up there watching the beautiful views, I can teach you what to do, teach you how to do it. You get to enjoy the journey now. You get to enjoy the process. That's why this is such a game changer, y'all. Most people right now are failing their New Year's resolutions. They already gave up on their New Year's resolutions. And I tell you what, if you just drink this every day and you just do a little bit better, you will completely hit your New Year's resolutions. You'll completely start to accomplish those goals. I think Instagram just shut off on me. So hey, we're going right to Facebook. Facebook's the only one up in my Zooms. Yes, TikTok's still running too. So why did I choose Pruvit? Why did I choose community-based marketing to do this? And the true story of my journey is that as a fitness professional, as a dad, as a husband, I was not satisfied with my success. I wasn't satisfied with how many people helped. I wasn't satisfied with my financially situation that I put myself in, trading time for money. And I was looking for a team and a community to be part of that we could go help more people. I was looking for a way to make impact in more lives. And then, of course, financially, I wanted that. It was really important to me because, honestly, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was sick and tired of being tired and working all the time and not getting ahead. So I was looking for this. And y'all, it came to me in birthing class of all places. Literally, I'm sitting there in birthing class and a chubby guy sitting next to me that's a little bit goofy and a little bit funny. And he goes, "Hey, bro, what do you know about keto?" Well, first off, I don't talk like that. He goes, "What do you know about keto?" And I'm like, "Kind of a lot. Why?" And he goes, "Well, we might get our hands on this patented product. Would you be interested in learning about it if we get it?" I go, "Yeah, I'd love to. Whatever, dude." Like, he doesn't know anything about keto. Nothing. Zero. And 4 months later, 5 months later, 6 months later, he literally walks into my facility with a clear bag and white powder in it and says, "Hey, I got it. And we drank some of the very first ever pure therapeutic ketones in the history of the world. And this was March 28th of 2015. 3 months later, almost 3 months later, we literally had the very first shipment of product that we could get our hands on. And what has been really cool the last 5.5 years is that when I talked to the CEO of the company, Brian, and he goes, "Well, do you want to be a part of what we're doing?" And I go, "What is it we're doing?" I didn't understand what we were doing. I was excited. And the reason why I was excited is I was excited that they were excited. It was fun to be around people that were excited to go do something and make a big impact and change their lives and change other people's lives. That's what I was excited about. I didn't quite understand the power of this. I had hopes in it. I thought it could help people more, but I didn't understand the scale of it. I also didn't understand how fast you could change people's lives because of our community-based model that we use. And so, but I go, "Hey, I'm interested. How do we do it?" I didn't know. I didn't have any understanding. I go, "You mean I can help people and get a little extra cash on the side?" And they're like, "Yeah, you can do that." I'm like, "Okay, I've never done this before, but can you teach me? Can somebody tell me what to do?" But what was really cool is I talked to Brian and he said, "Listen, Dustin," he goes, "Our mission is simple." He goes, "Our goal is to help people become the best version of themselves and then to inspire others to do the same thing." Well, my mission statement on my website, my mission statement on my Facebook page then was become the best example of yourself so that you can change your family's life, right? It's not about telling them what to do. It's about going doing it for them, doing it in front of them so that they can learn from your actions, not from your voice, right? Our actions speak way louder than our voices. And it's something I have to keep learning because I always want to tell my wife what to do and I just got to go do it. It doesn't work if I say it, but if I do it, it works, right? And he goes, "But listen," he goes, "we're going to bring not just one technology, one amazing product to the world." He goes, "I don't want to bring the same old stuff that everybody else brings." He goes, "I want to make cutting edge stuff, cutting edge technology." And then he goes, "I want to educate the world on it." He goes, "Right now, the world's being sold about all this stuff." He goes, "But people don't even know what it is. They're just literally going sold. Like you go to Starbucks right now and you don't know what's in anything. You have no idea what's in it. You can't go and listen to the top researchers in the world about coffee and listen to them. You just go drink it out of blind faith. You hope that it's okay. You hope that it's fine. You don't even think about it, right? So here we're going to bring products to the world that are cutting edge, leading technology that change people's lives. That's what we're going to do." And I'm like, "I can get down with that." And I go, "But what do I do? How do I do this?" And he goes, "Listen," he goes, "You're passionate about helping people." He goes, "Just share what you're doing to help people. You're helping them drink ketones. You're helping them live better. You're maybe going to help them financially play a role in what we're doing and help share the message of better in people's lives." I'm like, "I can do that." So I've gotten to learn more about Pruvit. It's funny because I'm a keto nut. And what's interesting about the product is once the products change life. And that might take a week. It might take 6 weeks. It might take 8 weeks. 8 weeks has been much the longest I've ever seen. My sister, that was 8 weeks. She just complained and complained and complained. My sister's down over 100 pounds now, living her life to the fullest, lives in a new state. She snowboards. She lives her life, right? Thank God she didn't quit in that first 8 weeks. Thank goodness she didn't stop, because I can't imagine where she'd be today. I have to interview that. Where would you be if you would have quit? She didn't. She kept going. And now my sister's helped thousands of people live better. And then I realized something is that when I fell in love with ketones a long time ago. I love our product. I love our product probably more than most people realize. But what I really fallen in love with is the company and the community side of it. Because I've learned in my career, and this is the 20-year career, not the 5 years with Pruvit, is that people, if they're not around the right community, the right team, they almost always will quit. They almost always fall back into their old life and patterns, because the people that they spend the most time with is the people they end up becoming. Right? I don't know if you guys agree with me. Do y'all agree with me that I heard this statistic that you take the average of the 5 closest friends or people you spend time with, or the 10, you take that average and that's who you are. Now, if there's any level of truth to this, I want you to look in the mirror. Now, don't text your friends if they're not where they want to be, but look at who do you spend the most time with, and ask yourself, if I'm the average of these people, is that where I want to be? And I'm not trying to say you have to be judgmental. What I'm trying to say is that if there's even a 10% truth to that, and I've done this before, and not that I don't love my friends, I love my friends. My friends encourage me, say, Dustin, go do it. Go do more. Go higher. Go climb more. Go accomplish more. They encourage me to go out, but I can't do it with them because they don't actually want to change where they're at. They love their life where it is. I'm like, I'm cool with that. But I'm not cool with that where I'm at. And that could be your health. If you're 300 pounds and you're hanging out with a bunch of people that are 300 pounds, maybe if you hang out with people that were 200 pounds, maybe you would become 200 pounds. Does that make sense? Because you start making different choices that help support that lifestyle. So being part of Pruvit has really given me the ability to look at, how do I find a tribe, a community of people that we can inspire to be better? This product is a catalyst. It's the thing that kickstarts your life and gets you moving in the right direction. It helps with you optimizing your human potential. The rest is up to you. The rest is up to what you want to do with it all. How do you want to contribute? How do you want to give back to more people? How do you want to lead your family? How do you want to lead your employees? How do you want to lead your CEO of your own company, right? How do you want to lead your bosses? How do you want to lead your military? We have a lot of military service and firefighters and police officers. How do you want to be the leader? Teachers, right? How do you want to lead? Lawyers, how do you want to lead, right? And that's how I see this, is that this is a catalyst. Our community is a team that wants to inspire and push you to be better. And who would not want to be a part of that? Like, why would you not want to embrace and be a part of that? And of course, there's an opportunity and business opportunity that goes along with all that. And guess what? It's all the same. You're just inspiring people to be better. You're playing your role at the level you want to play it. And guess what? We're going to love you for it no matter what. And we're going to challenge you. We're going to push you. You know how many people that I get to meet I'm just on fire, y'all. I'm rambling like a lot, but I heard a video by Earl Nightingale, and it's a little dated, but he said something that was really surprising statistic to me. He said that, most people don't have a plan when they're 65. Like, they don't have an exit plan, a retirement plan. They don't have a future plan of what their life is going to become. It means that they don't set goals. I don't care if you're 20. You should have a plan for when you're 25. If you're 25, you should have a plan when you're 30. When you're 30 to 35, 40. Like, you should have a plan of where your life is going to. You should create where you want it to go. And he said that almost 90% of people don't have that. They just kind of hope it all works out. And maybe that's all you need. But it scared me a little bit because, at the end of the day, I get to travel around the world and I get to talk about this. And I realize most people don't plan on their health. Chris, who just hopped on here, he's 70 or 71, Chris? I think he's 70, 71. But the guy literally has had multiple joint replacements, and he's constantly striving for better. He's constantly reinventing himself, moving forward, making contribution to other people's lives, making contribution to his life. That inspires me, Chris. I'm just telling you, because I have replacements coming, right? But to see somebody that's doing that, an entrepreneur, and sharing that message with more people, that inspires people like me in my 40s to say, hey, I can still create more when I'm 65. I can go out and still travel the world. Too many people, they're not traveling the world. They have a dream trip they'll never take. That's not good enough for me. And so why I really locked arms with Pruvit is because it's bringing the #1 supplement I've ever seen in my 20-year career, bar none. I truly believe it'll be the biggest breakthrough of this decade, if not the century. I really believe that. What's happening in our world from a health and wellness perspective is changing rapidly, and it's because of what we started 5.5 years ago. True story. The science is clear. I also fell in love with this company because there's an opportunity for a guy like me that's never done business or sales in this capacity, that I could change my family's future financially and do more with my kids. Like that. That's so important to me, to be able to. I'm with my kids all right now. My wife's at a funeral, and I'm literally been with my kids all day long, and I get to work and be with my kids at the same time. That is a game changer for me. There wasn't another option. I was looking at franchises. And true story, I was going to have to buy 3 franchises. It was going to cost me over $1.5 million that I didn't have to start it. That was my alternative to Pruvit. Which one did you choose? 1.5 million and 3 to 5 years of hard work and crazy hard work, or way less than that and the same amount of work and a heck of a lot more fun with a lot more cool people? Like that was my choices, right? When I started looking at it, what are my choices to do? And then of course to pursue people and educate people for better. So I want to get on and talk about that, because right now, and for people that are just joining me right now, we know that keto will change your life. We know that you have to commit to it. We know that it's not a magic pill. It's not. It's science that you need to elevate ketones to elevate your life. The question is how do you want to get there? Do you want to do a hardcore diet for the rest of your life? JJ says, listen, Dustin, I did it for a long time. I feel better, but I don't know if I want to do this way forever. He goes, can the product basically make it easier for me? I'm like, yes, that's the point of it. It's to give you the benefits without having to be perfect on a diet. And he goes, but how do I get more education? And I go, we have an educational event coming up next week or 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks, we're going to be using researchers to educate you why. How cool is that? How neat that you can get educated and get healthy at the same time. Like that's what our world really needs. And so, and of course, if he wants to share it, he can share it. That's up for him to decide what he wants to do with the other side of it. And he wants to help people. And I think that's really, really cool. So y'all, I'm rambling. I got really fired up and excited, but I'm going to shut up. You have any questions at all for me? I'm not sure why my Instagram isn't working, but shoot out some questions. If you have any questions about Pruvit. That was what I was going to say, is that he was asking, he's trying these different keto things, keto pills and stuff like that. I'm like, they're not therapeutic. It's like, pardon my French, peeing in the ocean and expecting the tide to change. It's not going to make an impact, y'all. You have to elevate it pure therapeutically. You have to be at a certain standard of ketos for it to really change your life. And to me, this is important because too many people out there going, well, it didn't work for me. I didn't change for me. Well, because you're not elevating therapeutically for a long period of time. You're talking about 6 weeks, 8 weeks to elevate it, to sustain it, for your life to start to recharge itself. It takes time is what I'm trying to say. It takes time. All right, I think I saw a chat here, or a question here. Let me pop over here really quick. Let me see what I got. Okay, Chris said, you will be, in 5 years, the average financially, physically, and emotionally, mentally, and spiritually of the 5 people you associate with most. There it is. And Chris is a wise man. All right, here we go. You can have new dreams and new goals after 60. Debbie and Matt are 2 amazing individuals out of Texas. It's an interesting story is that their daughter basically forced them to do the product. And what's cool is that if you ask them right now, they probably would say they've learned more about Pruvit as a community and about growing and expanding their lives than what the product did. The product made its impact early on in their journey, and now they got to grow as people. And it's just awesome watching them step up and grow and lead their family at 60 plus years old. Like, how cool. That inspires me again, right? I'm gonna be 45 this year with young kids. Like, I'm talking to a lot of the older demographics because, y'all, I believe that right now, most of my followers are older than I, just so you know. It's kind of a common thing for me. But I truly believe it's up to us to change the generations to come. We have to show them by examples that we can go out and create anything at any time in our lives. It doesn't have to end. You can create, Dr. Kenneth Ford says, you can reinvent yourself at any age in your life, and you should if you want to have a most fulfilled life. And I'm just passionate about this. And why is that cool? Because this product will change your life more than your 20-year-old. I mean, it helps their 20-year-old, I promise, focus in school and they'll feel better. But like literally, this for you is what you need to undo a lot of time, let's just say. Looking good, eating keto plan, not sure where to start. Hey, Carol, that's awesome. I'm going to just say this too. If you're following me right now, there's a good chance somebody shared me with you or invited you or sent this to you. Get back to whoever shared this with you and just talk to them. But do me a favor, don't expect them to be an expert. Don't expect them to know it all. That's not what we're here to do. People go, well, how can you promote a product or sell a product that you don't know anything about? Easy, because we have the top doctors and researchers in the world that know everything about it. Why would we want to take 25 years to learn what they know when we can just use what they know to explain it? Does that make sense? All we have to share is your experiences. So be patient. They might send you some videos. They might connect you with me. They might connect you to somebody on the team that can answer more of your questions. Just thank them for sharing it with you and be proud of them that they're willing to take that chance to share something that they care about or they like with you. So I hope that makes sense. I can't answer that question, Elisa Stock. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I apologize. But hit me a private message. Maybe I got some resources I can send you. Check out the Charlie Foundation. It's a really cool foundation. Started by I just forgot his name. Abrams. John Abrams, I think. So check that out. They do have some information on there that's pretty powerful. Hit me a private message. I can send some stuff over to you too. Y'all, what I can say is it doesn't matter who you are. If you're a human, you want to have ketones to elevate your life. It's just the question is, how do you want to get them? Do you want to do a hardcore diet for the rest of your life? Somebody asked me, I've worked with a lot of people with challenges, right? My brother-in-law who's has some health challenges, putting him on a strict ketogenic diet, that's complicated, right? He has a lot of behaviors and challenges about his moods and things like that. That's not easy, right? But get him to drink ketones and start to teach him another lifestyle, that's sustainable. We can do that. And I think that's pretty cool. So, yeah, Chris has gone through some hard work. He just had his hip done and he's bouncing back. Awesome. He's getting on his feet. And it's pretty cool at 70, 71 years old, seeing somebody bounce back so quickly. And it's because he's healthy, because he's been taking care of himself. And ketones are a catalyst to get you in a better position, to get you out moving your body and being healthier. And I would guess he would agree. Our community is about inspiring people to become better in themselves in every capacity. So, all right, I'm looking for questions. Any other questions? Is in between ketones, do you tend to get snappy? I don't know. Not me. I'm not sure. If you can hit me a private message or come to Facebook and hit me on Facebook on that. What happens is, so when you drink this product, there's a couple of things you want to know. The product energetically stays in your body 3 to 6 hours, calorically, right? But there's other benefits. It's called signaling. So there's they call it down the chain. So there's other factors that are happening that last longer than 3 to 6 hours off of one serving of product. My mom drinks it in the morning and sleeps better at night, wakes up better the next day. So now she just moved to 2 servings. She uses a Protone in the afternoon, or Keto Pro. But that's because of these other benefits of ketones. Now, if somebody's using 2 a day and they're noticing like this ups and downs, typically what's happening, either they're unstable on their diet and they're doing something weird in their diet, or they're using caffeine and their body doesn't like caffeine. I would just switch it to non-caff. So that's the only reason why somebody would maybe notice some instabilities. And that has nothing to do with our product. It just means your system's overstressed. I only see that in high stressed individuals. I'm like that. I run hot. I run not like hot. I mean, I don't slow down. I'm always up here. So if I do caffeine, I go higher, but my system wants to come back down. So when I come down, I don't like that. So I have to either keep caffeine in my system or just not have it at all. So that makes. All right, cool. Well, y'all, I don't see any other questions. We are starting the 10-day challenge on May 7th with some new people. What would you say to people that are beginning of this challenge? First thing I would tell you is come to on Thursday night. I'm going to be doing a maximizing your ketone experience. I would have them come and watch this on either the Zoom, the lives on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever channel you want to get onto. That'd be the first thing I'd recommend. And let me walk through it. The second thing I'd recommend is go on drinkketones.com, drinkketosis.com website, and follow that. There's some new resources on there. But here's the deal. Some people can't handle the 10-day challenge in 10 days. I'm okay with it taking 16 to 20 days. Start slow. You don't have to rush through the challenge. And the reason why is sometimes people change too much too fast and their system just doesn't accept that as well. So I'm okay with it taking a little bit longer. But the biggest thing I would tell people is watch your expectation. Some people, my wife and the reason why I say this is, let's say that 20% of people don't have a life-changing experience in 10 days or 20 days, and they say it didn't work. That scares me again because they don't have a better shot. There isn't a better way of doing this. I'm just going to tell you right now, there isn't a better way to change your life than this. So the challenge is their expectations are there. So start watching how their energy, their sleep, their mood, their focus, look at all these other benefits than just the scale. Because one person's going to say, I dropped 15 pounds in 10 days or 20 days, and they think it's the magic pill, right? The reason is they were just way unhealthier than the other person, and the other person may take longer. Or the unhealthy person, like my sister, her system had to get reset. It took longer for it to reset. So manage expectations. If fat loss is your primary goal, low carb is going to have to be in conjunction with this. So I hope that makes sense. And I'm going to talk about that on Thursday night in a little bit more detail, because I love the challenge. But the challenge is a really indicative place for people to really start to experience and understand this journey, not to make that the definitive message that this is the end all be all. That was the end all be all of their success. Pursuing better never ends. It's a constant process. It's a constant pursuit. And it's funny because I didn't understand that when I got started with Pruvit, but now 5.5 years later, I have more things in my life that I'm looking forward to pursue and make impact and change the world than I could have ever thought about 5 years ago. So that's what I love about this community, is that we get to learn from the top, human performance coaches in the world. Like, who would not want, it's just crazy to me. Like, who would not want to be part of that? And maybe I'm just blind because I've always been like driver and I like to push myself, but who would not want to be who would not want to get healthier? Who would not want to help other people get healthier and change their lives? Who would not want to be educated and learn and be able to share knowledge from the top experts, researchers in the global world of health and wellness, performance, and vitality? I'm talking about NASA scientists. I'm talking about the smartest people I've ever had the privilege to talk to and interview. And who wouldn't want to pursue better for themselves? Who wouldn't want to grow as a person? And who wouldn't want to financially be able to actually capitalize and benefit on that, on the biggest movement in the world right now, in health and wellness? And it will be probably for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. I'm just telling you, because there isn't another option. Science hasn't caught up to anything else that's so powerful as this. And that's what's so cool about this. This is what we get to do to share with other people. So I hope that makes sense. So the 10-day drink keto challenge, have people plug in on Thursday night. They can ask me specific questions. But the biggest thing is just be patient with better. Be patient with better. When people ask me my keto story, mine really was 6 months long. Would you wait 6 months to change your life forever? Mine was, I couldn't ride. I noticed a difference in the product, but it didn't change my life in a week or 10 days. It didn't. I've been doing the ketogenic diet for 15 years at the time. But what it did do is it gave me hope that I could take my health further. And I couldn't ride on a roller coaster ever. Like, I just couldn't do it. 6 months later, after starting these ketones, I could go and ride on a roller coaster with my son. That is the best gift I can imagine. Now I get to Disney World and ride on all of them. I couldn't do that before. I used to take a shot of tequila when I got stressed out. True story. I would take a shot of it because I couldn't calm myself down. Now, I can't even find tequila. I don't even know where you buy it. I'm just kidding. I get up tomorrow, Cinco de Mayo. I'm going to have a bit. We're going to make margaritas tomorrow. But my whole point of saying that is that it was 6 months for me. The reason why I stuck to it is because I knew the benefits. I was aware and educated that this was the best shot I had to changing my life to another level. Why would you not give it that full chance, right? So I hope that makes sense. And if you can convey that, Ellen, in any way, please do. Hopefully they get to see these videos or see me talk, because I don't want anybody to miss out on the amazingness of this company, this community, this product, and this industry. We were talking to some of the top researchers, and they were a little like skeptical of our industry of community-based marketing. And then once they saw the impact we could make, they go, you know what? There's no way traditional marketing could have ever created the buzz as fast as community-based marketing. Nobody. They said it wouldn't have been possible because we went from person to person. It moved quicker. You think about Tesla, right? Tesla's been around for a long time, or Amazon. They were around for a long time before anybody knew what they were. Anybody. We were literally a snapshot. If you look at Google and the word keto, it literally went vertical overnight. Why? Because we helped millions of people talk about it like that, change lives really fast. So the word of mouth of people is the fastest way to market or advertise something. And they were kind of skeptical of it all until they got to see and meet us as a community and say, wow, you're leading with education. You're leading with inspiration. You're teaching people how to become better and live better in their life. You're not just teaching them how to sell a product. You're teaching them how to live a better life. Like, that's what we can get down with. And it's cool because these researchers get behind us and they're all up there cheering and stuff. And a lot of them participate with our leadership and they participate with our personal growth courses with Joseph and things like that. The reason why is they want to get better too. They want to live better. They want more in their life. They want to become better. And I think that's really cool. So people are putting in some testimonials. Sean's down 43, feeling amazing. Peggy's crushing it, down 108 pegs. That's super awesome. Patience is up and down, currently up. I love that. 18 months and 16 reboots. Ellen, that's amazing. I'm proud of you. Super proud of you. Excited to help 1 million people, right? Like, how cool would that be to change 1 million lives? And listen, if you do that, we just keep changing more and more and more and more and more. And so it's funny when, I've learned a lot. I'm going to be done. I'm done. I'm not going to keep talking, but I just have so much to say about it because, when people go, why prove it? Oh, here's what I'll say this last thing because people are watching. I'll keep talking, but people go, well, why is Pruvit different than anybody else? And I always tell them, you're not going to compete with the product. Our product is second to none. There's nothing out there that even remotely competes with it. Think about this, like 32 iterations from the original patent. Like, I don't know if that's correct, but it's somewhere, it's high 20s or early, low 30s of meaning that we've advanced the product. We keep modifying it to enhance it. But we have millions of people literally all over the world testing it and trying it. We have the experience of what people have to go through to make the change. And the real differentiator is our education, our coaching, and team and community. It's us. It's the people. It's the 5 people that you spend the most time with is the real key to why it works so well. That's why. It's not just the people that are doing this alone in your home. If you're watching this and you're kind of a private person, you're just like, okay, I hope it works. I don't want to. You got to get out of your shell. Step up. Lead yourself, but be around the people that are doing it. And I promise you, your results magnify when you do that. I can't explain it. You have to experience it, y'all. So I got to go. Have a great night. It was a little different style tonight, but drink ketosis. Get back to whoever invited you to this. If you're not fired up, then I'm sorry. I probably can't help you. But I'm super juiced. I want to change more lives. I want to do it with people that want to do it. Also, I want to get healthier. I want to be a better example for my kids and my family and the people I care about. And I hope you do too. And so let's do this together. So whoever invited you, just get back to them. Say, hey, listen, I want to learn more about whatever it is you want to learn more about. They'll probably introduce you to something. They'll probably share some stuff with you. Listen, don't expect them to answer your questions. It's not their job to answer their questions. We have a team that can do that for you, and let the team help. It's called connect with the team. Let the team do it for you, because I promise you, we'll give you the better resources quicker, and we'll help you answer your questions in a better way than your friend that's your neighbor that doesn't know anything about science. Maybe it's just starting out, doesn't know anything about where to really get to begin. And guess what? They don't need to learn it for the next 10 years. They can let us do it because we've been learning it for the last 6 years. We can do it for them, all right? Bye, y'all. Cheers. Good night. Thanks. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Joe. Bye, Christine. Thanks, Ellen, for chiming in. I appreciate it. Bye, TikTok. Bye, Instagram. Instagram didn't work. Facebook. Sorry about my mishap early on Facebook. You guys are rock stars. I appreciate you all very, very much. Thanks, guys.